If you are a consultant on here, drop in the chat what is your new favorite fall product, okay? So my favorite one that I don't have in front of me because I have makeup everywhere is the retinol, okay? I am just sold out 10 out of 10 for retinol because I'm trying to reverse the signs of aging. So that is really my new favorite. But close second and third, you guys, I love this dry oil. I don't know if anyone has like gotten into the dry oil yet. The fragrance is amazing. And people think, okay, oil, it's oily. It's not oily at all. It like goes on really silky and dries and soaks into your skin. It's so good. All right. My third favorite, Bridget and I are going to do these later, lip balms. I won't talk too much about them because we're going to put these little babies on, but tinted lip balm. If you want your lips hydrated for winter and for fall, you got to do that. And then, of course, our palettes. This is like, the all-in-one palette. So love the fall products. But we're going to talk about
Yeah.
espresso tonight.
I was just watching one of my friends do a video, and she was talking about how you can use some of these colors as blush too.
Wow.
So these palettes are multi-use. If you're traveling, you can take them for your eyes and your cheeks, and you got everything in there, including the mirror. So there is a lot of things to love for this new fall. So we're going to get started, and we have a presentation to share with you and talk about a whole bunch of products. Our look is the Chic Espresso look. So we're going to do that. It looks like it's the one in the palette picture. I don't know if it's exactly that one, but here are the colors we're going to do. Oh, you can see my mirror. And these are great everyday colors. These are going to be good for everybody to wear. I'm going to do a little more dramatic version of the look. Jen's going to do a more natural version. Paulina's going to do the lip colors that are with this look. And we're going to spotlight a few of the new products too. So we are going to get into it. But before we do, we want to talk a little bit about foundation because we're all about making sure we have that flawless face. So let me get back to that and show you a couple things here. Okay, so we're going to talk about having a flawless finish. And, we think that when you have that nice blank canvas where everything is even and smooth, all that makeup that you put on later is going to look even better. So it's really important to make sure you have a perfect match and that you even out your skin. And there's a bunch of different foundation products that we can recommend for you. The best way is for you to connect with your beauty consultant and talk to her about getting a great match and finding the right type of foundation. You could have a CC cream that's very natural. You could do a silky setting powder as a natural powder finish or a finishing powder on top to set everything. You could use the Time Wise foundation, which is what I'm going to use. And that's a great, more medium or full coverage kind of foundation, depending on how you put it on. And we have a foundation quiz that is a great way to find your foundation match. Or we have a new AI tool that's on our personal websites. It's a foundation matching photo that you can do. So you may have seen this video last time. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like on the website. You just upload a picture and you scan that face and it tells you what is your shade. So I don't know if you can hear this. It does have a little bit music to it. You can?
Mhm.
Oh, it stopped.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to use the Time Wise Luminous Foundation in beige C140. And Jen's going to use some CC cream.
And
And
I'm
we,
going to use CC cream in light to medium.
all right, and we both have, actually, you know what? I need to put primer on first.
Okay.
Almost forgot that. Yeah.
So here's my primer.
So put the primer on first. That is going to do what? Why do we use primer, Jen?
primer acts as a base for your makeup. It gives it something to stick to hold on to. It also fills in any tiny pores on your skin. I feel like it kind of fills in a little bit of your fine lines and wrinkles, but it's
Hmm.
silky, silky smooth. And I now can't do my makeup without it because I
Hmm.
notice such a difference.
Yeah. If you do it without it, you're like, ooh, ooh, it's like rough. It's not
Right,
like moving. And it's like, wait
right,
a minute, why is that happening? And they're, oh, I forgot the primer. It
right.
also has SPF 15 in it. So you're getting a little extra protection. So when you put your foundation on, especially one like I have, which is a little more full coverage and more specific to your shade, you should be able to see that it just disappears into your skin. And we're going to talk more next week about cool and warm undertones and what that all means. But our foundations have three different undertones. There's a cool, there's a warm, and there's a neutral. So you are going to be able to find that perfect match with any of the quizzes and the tools that we just talked about, or by meeting with your beauty consultant and getting your perfect match. One of the ways that you can find out if you're more of a cool undertone is to think about how your skin reacts in the sun. If you were to go out in the sun and you're someone who burns really easily, you might be leaning more towards a cool. If you get that pink color from being in the sun, that's me. I tend to get a little more pink. If you are going to maybe burn a little bit and then turn to tan, then you're probably the neutral undertone. Or if you just get tan really easily, you're going to be the warm undertone. And all of our foundations are labeled as either cool, neutral, or warm. So we will help
Mhm.
you with finding that perfect match. So we've got a buildable foundation here. Even with both of these, depending on how you want the coverage to look, you can put on another layer and another layer to give you a more flawless look or a more natural look.
Mhm.
And
You
this
could
one,
also
it comes in luminous or matte. So I'm wearing the luminous, but you could also choose the matte finish. Go ahead, Jen.
you could also take your CC cream and use this as a base if you want a real full coverage, and then
Mhm.
put your matte foundation on top of that too.
Yes, you can
So,
layer it. You could also put setting powder on top of either of these. So there's a
mhm,
lot of different combinations of different foundations and other products that you can use. So let me bring back this because I want you to see. Sorry, this is going to have to keep happening because I don't have two screens like our normal Cassandra. She's our normal slide girl. Well, we're going to go into another new product, which is our concealers. And this is really exciting for us as a new product. It's a multi-benefit concealer. So it's not only concealing dark circles, redness, spots, it's healthy for your skin. And then we also have two new under eye correctors. So we're going to show you how to use these to give yourself an even more flawless finish. If you have a discoloration area or maybe some extra redness in a particular place, you could put a little dot of concealer, like a tiny little dot, and it is going to just basically erase it. And we had other concealers before. They were great, but now we have a new tube and a new multi-benefit formula. This picture here with all these different women, it shows you kind of the match of what the old color is and now what the new color would be. So if you are a concealer user and you're not sure which color to choose, this chart can help you, your beauty consultant can help you find your perfect match. But I love that Mary Kay is expanding the colors. So we got an extra color in the light category, an extra color in the beige, and an extra color in the deep. And then this is what the under eye corrector looks like. So we have two of these. Now, what my little trick is, I actually blend the two together. I learned that trick from Lori Hogg, who is a makeup artist, and she said one of the best ways to hide the under eye circles and brighten is to mix your under eye corrector with your concealer. So I'm going to mix my light 3 with my under eye corrector and show you how it changes under my eyes. But 90% of the women that use the under eye corrector said that it feels weightless and it does not get that creasy, flaky look that a lot of people are, afraid of or unhappy with other brands. So the one other thing that's exciting about the under eye corrector is we now have two shades. And you can see she is using the deep peach because she has bronze skin, and we have our light peach color as well. So let's show them how that works. Jen, how
Awesome.
do you use the concealer, under eye corrector? What do you usually do?
Okay, so under eye corrector is a must use, like for sure. But I do it different from Bridget. So I actually put it under my eyes and then I just put concealer on my eyelid because these new concealers now fully act like primers as well. So I do the concealer on my lid and then the under eye corrector underneath. And obviously you could use a brush, or you could just, put it on with your finger. You could also use a blending sponge.
Hmm.
Lots of different ways that you can apply it.
Yeah, a lot of us just like to use our fingers, but there are some really nice brushes too. So I'm
Mhm.
mixing the two on the back of my hand
I
because
see
it's just going to give
that.
me that. It's like my little artist palette. And I just usually pat it on. Really should use my weakest finger here to pat it on. And then I'll use either my liquid foundation brush or we have our smaller brush, which is our liquid cream colored brush, and I'll put that on there. So if you struggle with dark circles, you are really going to be happy with this under eye corrector. It has that peachy pink tone that cancels out the bluish purple tones of the dark circles. And a lot of times concealers, it just doesn't do it. You need something
Hmm.
that has that slightly different tone.
And it really like lifts and brightens your eye.
Hmm.
It's magic. It's magic in a bottle.
It is. Yes. Some people call it a light bulb in a tube. I've heard that because that's what it does. It just brightens everything. Now they look kind of the same.
Hmm.
They are the same type of tube, but the under eye corrector has its own little name on the back, light peach, and the concealers have their shade. So these are 20 each, I believe. Is that right? Or are they 18? Can't remember. Paulina, you be our fact checker. I don't have my hands are all covered in
Paulina,
concealer
we need
right
to know how much things cost.
now. We just get it for half price,
I
right?
know.
So,
We don't know.
okay, let's
I'm
see.
on it. I'm on it. I am
18.
doing
Okay.
price checking and they're all both 18.
18.
Great.
Okay. All right, so we have our eyes. The other great thing about these two that we should mention is when you put this on your eyes, it is going to be the perfect primer for the lids. It's going to take out any of the discoloration. We definitely have the purple tones and just veins and pinkness around our eyes, and you don't really want that when you're putting eyeshadow on. It's going to interact with the colors of the shadow. So if you really want that true color of the shadow to come through, you want to kind of put this on first. It'll make
Hmm.
the colors pop, but also hold the colors on better. It's like a little Velcro. All right. So we got that on here. And now we're going to keep on moving forward with a few other steps. Now I already did my brows. So Jen, did you need to do your brows?
I'll just throw them on. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So we've kind of got the brows covered. We're not going into detail with the brows tonight, but we did want to mention for cheeks, before we do our eyes, we have new gel cream blushes that just came out from our holiday fall collection. And these are so creamy and dewy. There's four colors. Which one are you going to put on, Jen?
I am going to use, it's a great question, passion fruit.
Okay. Well, I will put on the one I have not tried before, which is the soft buff. I kind of want to see what it looks
Oh
like.
yeah, I
Did you
actually
know I
want to.
use them as eyeshadow?
Yeah, you can do
Mm.
that too. It's multitasking. And I've seen people put it on their lips too.
That's two. I have tried
Hmm.
them
So,
too. I've done them both.
how much are these, Paulina?
Those are 20.
Oh my goodness, this one's so
Oh.
brand new. I haven't even taken the plastic, the silver thing off yet. All right, so it has a tiny little hole here.
Hmm.
And you're
The
just
cool
going to
thing
get a
about
little bit.
these are that they have hyaluronic acid in it, so it provides moisture to your cheeks and gives it a glow. That looks so pretty.
Yeah, it's actually more pink than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Soft
My
buff. So if
favorite
you're
one is Pink Stars.
Pink
okay,
stars.
Pink
Okay.
Stars is my favorite, and then Passion Fruit or whatever it's called. Passion
yeah.
Fruit, yeah.
Yeah.
What I noticed, and we're going to talk more about this next week when we do our color analysis session on Thursday, that two of these are a little more of a warm tone,
Mhm.
and two of them are more of a cool tone.
Correct.
So I think the two that we're using are cooler,
Mm-hmm.
the soft buff and passion fruit.
I believe
They,
Soft Buff is considered a warm. The Pink Stars is the one that is a cool tone.
uh, is it?
Maybe I'm wrong. That's okay. I can be wrong. I don't care.
They look, I know it looks
I
very
know
pink
they look
here.
like that, but when I put it on my skin, that's when I realized it.
Yeah,
Mm.
Because the tube is a plastic tube, so the color is not exactly what you're putting on.
true. That's true. I need to look at the color itself.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Love
Let's
these.
put it on the back of my hand here.
It's an easy fix. I recommend having one in the purse because if you need to get into anything, you just kind of dot it on your cheeks, on your lips, and on the
Yeah.
eyelid, and so you just got your makeup all done in one shot
Hmm.
at the
That's
at
a
the stoplight in the car.
great tip.
Totally. Yeah, this doesn't look too warm, really. This is the
No, it
pink,
isn't warm. That's why I
pink
told you.
stars.
You
Hmm.
gotta put it on the back of your arm, and then you see them.
Hmm.
Like I always have to because I'm like, oh, is this gonna work with me or not? And that's how
Yeah,
I. And the two girls on the screen are warm tone, and I'm cool tone.
I'm
So
cool.
there's a difference. Oh, you're cool too?
Hmm.
Oh,
I
you're so
think
cool.
I'm a neutral to warm.
But
Yeah,
look how pretty that is, even on the lips.
That
So
looks
that is a
good.
great tip right there. And these are 20. So you
yeah.
got four cheek colors, and these are limited edition. So you're going to want to grab them before
Imagine
they
if you
run
were
out.
a consultant. You can get all four like we do. I'm assuming you guys are like me. You grab one of each for your closet.
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
purses and your gym bag or any of those. Exactly. All right, so let's go back and go to our next one. So brows, we're going to do that more on our own, but now we're going to get to the look of the month, Chic Espresso. And we've got Moonstone Hazelnut Espresso. And on the cheeks, Shy Blush, we'll do a little bit of extra blush. And Boho Plum and Fancy Nancy Lip Gloss is what Paulina's going to do. So let's go ahead and dive into this look. There's no one right way, right? There's no one right way. I usually start with the lightest color in the inner corner of my eyes. Some people do that last. It's just kind of how you prefer to do it. With deep set eyes, I need a little bit extra of the highlight in my inner corner. Now I'm going to be putting on everything a little bit heavier because I'm doing the more smoky eye or dramatic look. Jen, how about you?
All right. So I have a hooded eye. Just love it so much. So I do the moonstone on the bottom all over my lid. And then my midtone is actually going to go like right in the middle towards the edge, but I'll show you that in a minute. But I basically do the moonstone all over my lid.
All over the lid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take it all the way up to the eyebrow.
She takes it all
Okay.
the way up to the eyebrow.
And
I
I
do.
already have it on, guys. So when I
Mhm.
come up, you'll see mine is different.
You can show
Oh, there
everybody.
you go.
Yeah.
Mine is already
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So since I have deep set eyes, do you see this highlight above my brow? That's
Hmm.
natural. I don't have to put eyeshadow up there, and it looks like I have a
What
highlighting
a show off.
shadow. And
So
that's just my
pretty.
bone structure. The bone sticks out more for me. So I don't want to add more shimmery stuff up there. It's going to call more attention to the bone that's coming out. So I usually actually just take my hazelnut and pull it up a little bit higher on top of that bone. So
Nice.
where you place your color really kind of depends on the shape of your eye, and that's why you need to meet with your beauty consultant so
Yes.
she can give you some tips. We also have some resources that we could send to you that kind of has a little paint by numbers based on your eye shape.
So I basically take a flat brush and I place the mid-tone color, the hazelnut, in the middle of my eye and then on the outer edge. And then I'm going to go back through and blend. But you can see how Bridget is just going like this, and my technique is totally opposite. I'm like placing it on here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to blend it all.
Yeah. So this is our blending brush. It's a really, oh no, that's not the right one. This is the blending brush. It's
And you
bigger,
really want to talk to your
fluffier.
consultant because
Mhm.
every eye shape is different, and
Yeah.
we are able to help you figure out which is the best technique for your eyes.
Okay, so I could just be done with this look, and so could Jen if she was just doing a natural look. But we're going to go in with one more color, the accent color, which is our espresso. So I'm going to use my little tiny brush, which is our eye smudger brush. Is that what we call it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm
And she's
just
going
going
to
to
ask me how much it is, so it's $12.
Thank you.
Okay. Our brushes are so affordable. They are really good quality brushes that will last you for years and years, especially if you take good care of them and wash them about, once a week or so. And they're so soft, aren't they?
Hmm.
Okay,
So
so
you
I'm
can
putting it
see,
on a little heavier.
yeah, Bridget is putting hers on a little heavier. I'm doing mine a little bit lighter, but again, I'm going to go back through and like blend all of this.
And it doesn't
And
really,
girls, I'm all about heavy, so don't ask me to go light because
Ah,
mine are already done heavy.
yeah. And the thing is, when you put it on heavy, you kind of have to put it on heavy if you want to be able to see it after you blend it in,
that's true.
right? Because sometimes when we're putting it in, we're like, oh, this is too much, too dark. And then people get nervous and they start wiping it all off. And I'm like, no, 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 don't wipe it. Just blend it. And you'll blend it out to the amount that you want it to be.
And Bridget is using the blending brush, which is 12, but I have to remind you that that brush does not come in the essential brush collection, so you have to add it. And it's
This
a
one.
very
Mhm.
necessary brush because you don't have that or the one for your eyebrows. So those are two necessary brushes if you're going to do professional makeup.
Mhm.
That
And then
looks
this
nice.
is kind of where you do like your check, you just look to see, okay, is one higher than the other? Do I need to bring this one up more? You're not going to get it right the first time you put it on usually, so be prepared just to keep blending, keep adjusting, maybe go back in and put a little more where you feel like you need it, and then, blend it to the right amount on both sides. How are you
You know
doing,
what I
Jen?
do, Bridget? I know you're using your smudger to do that. I just
Mhm.
tap the blending brush to the dark color
Mhm.
and I help myself with it to
Mhm.
increase the intensity.
Yep, you can do
Mm.
that too. Yep. This is a lighter touch, so it is a little easier to work with when you do the blending brush. It's more forgiving, I guess. Okay. So
All
you can
right.
see the difference
Mm-hmm.
with more dramatic and more natural for both of us. Sometimes I'll go back in with my moonstone, my lighter one, and just do a little bit more right
I
in
do
the inner
that too.
corner. And then we're going to do a little eyeliner to pull it all together and mascara because it looks a little weird right now, right? We don't have it finished.
But don't worry, it's going to look good soon.
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm
No,
going
right.
to
you're
use the
looking
So,
great,
liquid.
girls. Keep going.
I'm going to use the liquid pen and I'm just going to do little tiny dashes along the lash line. It's going to be a little
perfect.
more dramatic because it's black.
And then I'm actually going to take our brow brush. And if you want a more neutral look, you can use the shadow as the liner. So I'm going to put the liner, the shadow here, the espresso, and even maybe use the smudger brush underneath. I just have to use my mirror because I can't see anything.
And I'm going to just show you guys what it looks like with eyeliner and without eyeliner. You can kind of see a difference, right? It kind of just brings out the eye and defines everything. And either way, is a great way. We also have great waterproof liners. This is waterproof too, but it's a liquid. And this one's fun to do a cat eye or, little mini tail at the end. All right. And since I'm doing more of a smoky eye, I'm going to go in with my eyeliner brush that looks like this. And I'm going to do a little espresso, the darkest color, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. I don't usually line underneath with the liquid liner, but you can definitely use the shadow for that. And you're just going to connect it and pull it across. So that gives you
Looks
more
very
of a
nice, very
full
nice.
glam look,
Beautiful.
right? Mm-hmm. I'm transforming before your very eyes.
You're a transformer.
Yeah, transformer in a whole new way. All right. So of course, you guys know what we need now is our mascara. So while we put on our mascara, why don't we go over to Paulina and let her start doing her lip look, and then we'll come back and we'll show them what we look like with mascara on.
Great.
How about that?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the lipstick, which is really, there we go. Oh, somehow Bridget is me. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to use Boho Plum. And just for you, so you know, Boho Plum is a color that is wonderful for cool tones. It works for everybody, but it's beautiful on cool tone, and I'm a cool tone. You can use a lip liner if you choose to. We're going to use a Boho Plum. Do you see the color?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
Very
Okay, it's actually one of my favorite. I keep it in my purse. And then we're gonna use the super exciting one, that Fancy Nancy. And in case you don't know, Fancy Nancy is one of our best sold lip glosses. Hands down is one of our #1 sold glosses. So I love gloss because it's got sparkle. And I put it only in the middle, guys. I don't get all the way to the end of my mouth so it doesn't go squish, 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 and it doesn't make a mess. But look how cool that is. That's all you have to do. So you just use Boho Plum all over your lip. And now, if you are asking me what lip liner I would use Auburn Nude, or I would use a berry if you wanted to make it more intense. The berry will make your Boho Plum darker, but the Auburn Nude would be the closest thing to it. So you would use your Boho Plum first, and then you would put your Fancy Nancy on top. And that completes the look. And I have the whole look. I even have the blush that is on the picture. And now here comes Bridget. Look at that. Ooh, transformation at its
Hey,
best. Look
we
at
got the look.
that.
We got it put together. Yeah. It's
Girls,
a
you look
pretty
hot.
look.
Let's go out on a date.
We're
I
looking
know.
good.
We are. So
They
this
live too
shows you the
far from me. I
versatility.
can't go out on a date with them.
Same colors, different looks, right? Depends on how you do it. Depends on, the amount of color you do. It depends on your eye shape and even the mascara. I mean, some of our mascara could be a little bit less dramatic. It depends on how many coats of mascara you put on. So you can customize your look based on how you put your colors on. And then we were just going to add some lip color with one of our new lip tints, right? The tinted lip balm. I
Mhm.
think I'm going to do the radiant pink. This is a real
Danielle is saying it looks good on all of us, but I was going to say, how can it not? We're very cute, the three of us. I
This is
love
so
that one, Bridget.
moisturizing.
That's my
Mhm.
favorite, and it smells and tastes like candy, so I'm
So
all
good.
in.
Yeah, smells good. What do you have on,
Mhm.
Jen?
Same, radiant
Oh,
pink.
it looks bolder on you.
It looks darker on me. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the Coral Blaze. This is a little more warm. It's a little more cool, but both great colors. And they're very sheer. So they're not super, bold usually, although it look a little bit more bold on you. Mm, they're so good. I think those are 20 or 18.
Those are 20.
20.
Okay.
I think 20.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so we've got our colors on, and don't forget to, in this look, that is available for half price with a purchase of $50 this month. There's also a blush included. So if you want to add a little bit of blush that is the mineral powder on top of your cream or just wear it by itself, it blends in really nicely on top. So you can do a little bit of a layered look. This is actually a color that's called Darling Pink, but the look that's in there is called Shy Blush. But
I
I'm
have the
sure
shy blush on.
you have it on. Yeah,
Yeah,
just adds a little more color.
it's
Which,
got a little more sparkle. The shy
mhm,
blush has a little more sparkle. I have that
yeah,
on.
it's a pretty color. Yeah. All right, so let me share my screen again so that we have the rest of our look here. We did the blush. We talked about some mascara and eyeliner, and we did the lip look with Paulina. Next week, when you come back, we're going to be teaching you about cool and warm and all the seasons. We're actually going to teach you how to figure out which season you are. And the way we're going to do it is a really neat way. You've probably seen color analysis done with draping. Well, we're going to do color analysis with lipstick samples. So if you would like to receive 4 lipstick samples that are going to help you figure out which season you are, you can do that along with us next Thursday. And so just put that in the chat. If you want to do it, just say me, and we'll be mailing out some of the lipstick samples to you all for participation for next time. This is the lip balm we just did. I don't have any powder with me, but this is also a great way to set the look. Do you have any with you, Jen?
Um, yeah,
Translucent powder.
it's right here.
Sometimes that's a nice way just to finish the look. You can kind of see the difference on this model's face when she uses the powder. It just finishes everything, makes it look really soft, smooth, covers up some of the flaws. Let me
Yeah,
see. Do you want to put some on? Do you have a brush
sure.
for it or not?
I
Okay.
call it my bridal glow. Like
Mm.
brides always have that pretty glow.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, you could just finish your whole entire look with this. And I love it because it's for all skin tones. Everyone can use it. Same
Hmm.
color.
Yep. Just finishes
And
everything.
it
It makes
really
everything
gives my
look smooth.
skin, yeah, like a pretty glowy, smooth finish.
Hmm. Yeah, we like to say it's like a filter. It's like you're putting a filter on for the whole day, carrying a
Mhm.
filter around it constantly.
Yes.
All right, so now we are just about to the end, ladies. Don't forget to always remove your eye makeup. This is just your reminder. We have a special deal that when you purchase tonight, you can actually get our famous best-selling eye makeup remover for only $15. It's normally $20, but it is totally oil-free. It is very healthy for the lashes. It actually fortifies them with vitamin E, and it takes it all off without pulling or irritating your eyes. So it is a great purchase if you're wearing eye makeup. But we hope that you'll join us next week for the beauty event. It's a color analysis workshop. We're going to teach you all about how to find the right seasons or which season you are, how to find the right colors for your makeup and also for your clothing. We'll mail you those lip samples. So just put that in the chat. Just say me, and we'll make sure that we connect with you. And I'm going to let Paulina tell you about some of our deals for tonight's products.
Oh, I love deals. And she already gave you some. And Jen is going to have the best deal at the end, but I get to do this anyway. So, okay, so you remember the 3 eyeshadows you got that we used today? Do you see that special deal? You can get a petite palette, which means you get 4 shadows with that. And when you purchase anything for like any $50 tonight, you get that for just 21. Isn't that great? And that's like a $42 value. So you're only paying for 21. So there are 2 looks that you see there. One is the 5-minute face look. And it just makes your life easy. It makes like easy to do. It's like if you're going to work and you need to look cute, it comes with your mascara, your like your liquid eyeshadow. your eyebrow pencil and your under eye corrector. That picture has to change because you saw today it's a little tube, but it's an improved version of that, which is really cool. You have a lipstick of your choice or lip gloss, and you can the cream brush so you can apply either the concealer or the eyeshadow. Okay. Now the complete look is for you girls that want to look all amazing. So you get today's look. You get those three colors and a blush. You also get your brow pencil. You get your mascara. You get an eyeliner. You get a lip liner. You get the lipstick of choice and the lip gloss. And today is Boho Plum and Fancy Nancy. You get your primer. Do you remember they did their primer before their foundation? And Jen just used her bridal glow. I call it pixie dust, but we all call it differently. And you can pick your foundation of choice. I use matte foundation. You can use CC cream. You can use luminous just like Bridget did. And it has a concealer and it has a finishing spray. I love the finishing spray, not just because it finishes you and it holds you all day, but if you need to revive your makeup during the day, you just spray it. And that spray will brighten it back up, okay? And that brush that you see there is a special brush for liquid foundation. And remember when they were putting their makeup on, they had this brush that was going in circles? That is that brush. So I have to tell you, that is a $272 value, and you get it for just $219. That's a pretty good, darn good deal. Okay, you can't even buy the brush. If you go for a good foundation brush, it's $50, $60 alone. Okay, so look at that deal. And then the other deal that you have there is the brush collection. So we completed it. So it has all the other two brushes that I talked to you about, the blending one that really was important that Bridget talked about, and the one that Jen was using to line her eyes, which has the spoolie one on one end to brush our eyebrows, and the other one is the eyeliner brush. And you get it for just $69.99 instead of $88. So you're basically getting like two brushes for free. And the perfect palette, it's you get to pick your shadows and you get to pick your blush and the contour and the highlighter. So you get the whole thing. All right, you're going to highlight and bronze, so it's all in one, and it's just $69. And the eye makeup remover deal. So whatever you purchase, as long as you purchase $50 or more on all the other specials, you will get the makeup remover. So if you do the math really right, I would go with a complete palette, the complete color look, the complete brush set. I would make sure I get a special deal on the eyeshadows and I get different colors. And I'll also get my eye makeup remover. Do the math, girls, do the math. That is the best way to go. But I know that I don't have the best deal of the night, and Jen does. So Jen is going to take over and explain it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Paulina. Okay, so I do have the best deal tonight, and that is getting your products at 50% off. Okay, that is the best deal. So we want to share a little bit just about what it takes to actually do what we do, be a beauty consultant. I started my business 24 years ago, so it has been a long time. But there are just a couple different things that we want to share. The first thing is our 50% profit. So I always say, if you're thinking about Mary Kay, you can either save money or you can make money. The choice is yours, okay? We give you the choice. You can either sign up, save money, get all of these amazing products at a discount, or you can earn money. The holidays are coming up. And as far as I know, we don't get paid extra in November and December for Christmas. So that money has to come somewhere, right? For gifts. And so getting, it's a lot of people get part-time jobs, but doing something like Mary Kay is awesome for the holiday season. We also have flexibility, you guys. When I started my business, I also had a full-time job, so I did both. But I love that you can kind of do your business around your family, around your work schedule, around the things that are important to you. So there aren't any quotas, so you can kind of make your schedule and do what's best for you. And then the last reason we love Mary Kay, there are so many, but we had to do three. But the last reason we love Mary Kay is just the sisterhood that we have. Mary Kay Ash always believed in putting God first, family second, and career third. And I love that we are in a business where we empower other women, and we help them with their businesses. And so when you decide to get started, if you are that person that's like, I do want to earn money, all of your training and stuff will be included, and you'll definitely have someone to support you through that. So to get started, you guys, it's 35 bucks. It's an e-start. You get a website, you get access to run credit cards, you get all the digital resources, all of those fun things. But that is our best deal. Okay. Getting started for 35. And of course, you can also add on product with our eStart Pro. That $90 set comes with over $400 in products. So just so we know kind of what you're thinking, we would love for you to just put in the chat A, B, or C. So A is absolutely, I want to do it. I'll take the discount. I'll take the extra money. Sounds good. B is maybe you could chat a little bit more, buy me a coffee, and maybe just get the products for half price for your family and friends. Okay. And then C is you're just going to be our customer, and that's okay too. So go ahead and put a B, or C in the chat.
All right, so it's giveaway time. We are going to do some drawings. And while we're getting some names out and ready, we will just remind you again about next week. Come back for color analysis. Consultants that are out there, this is definitely a hot topic. You're going to want to invite your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, people that are not even your customers yet. It would be a great way to introduce them to Mary Kay and all that we offer, because giving someone the ability to figure out their season for free is valuable. Let me tell you, I paid, well, my mother paid for me and her to go for a special color analysis in a special color analysis consultation. And it was like over $200 per person to do that. And we're doing this over a Zoom with samples for free. So it's definitely something women are going to want to know about. All right, so let's do our prize giveaways and we'll say goodnight after we see who is the winner. So, what do you have, Jen?
Okay, so for consultants, I have Patty as the winner. Do we
All
have
right,
Patty? Is she
Patty.
on?
Patty, if you're there, tell us who is your, oh, there she is. Patty Emmett.
Yay!
She is one of my consultants. I'm so proud of her for getting on tonight. She's actually in an RV, so you can tune into Mary Kay appointments and sessions anywhere. And
That's
then
exciting. Congratulations, Patty. And our winner for the customers, we have Karen. Is Karen on?
I
Karen's
think
iPad. I see
so.
Karen's iPad on there.
Karen, are you on? You just have to type. Oh, yeah, she's saying yes. Are you excited,
Yay.
Karen? Karen was invited by Mary and Dustin.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, Karen, we're so
Congratulations.
glad. Make sure you talk to your consultant about the products that you loved. And if you're a guest, make sure you connect. Make sure you get your foundation matched and all the deals. And we will see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye,
That was so much
everybody.
fun.